best way to predict the future is to create it. And that's a quote by Peter Drucker. Time is precious, time is money, and this is the Time for Money Talk on Atlantic Television Network. Good day, viewers, and welcome to a fresh episode of ATM Business on Atlantic Television Network right here in the city of Port Harcourt. This is the network's medium of bringing the happenings in the economic sector of the society to our discerning viewers. This program is aimed at bringing to the doorstep of viewers the business, financial and economic activities from strata of society. Its delivery is accentuated through the various stock exchanges across the world, and news about government economic activities, private sector business activities, listed expert opinions, stakeholders analysis and correspondence reports. Headlines. In River State, unforeseen risk rising for Port Harcourt refinery delays. Edu Lord Tinubu's policy implementation strategy. Yen weakens against US dollar. By the end of the show, you can be rest assured of being informed accurately of financial activities around the world. I am your host, Wendy Aguma. We'll take a short break, and when we return, we'll reel out the details. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Now let's go into market reports, local and international business news for today. Port Harcourt refinery's repeated delays have left Nigerians increasingly frustrated as the promises of lower fuel costs and self-reliance in refining remain unfulfilled. Despite achieving mechanical completion months ago and embarking on commissioning activities, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company cites unforeseen risk common to large-scale brownfield projects have risen for the delays. The project's rehabilitation, financed with a $1.5 billion loan in 2021, has missed 7 deadlines. Initially, it was promised that the refinery will operate at 60,000 barrels per day shortly after Christmas last year, but this successive timeline has fallen through. This includes commitments from NNPC Group CEO Nigerians that the refinery will begin operations as early as August 2024, alongside statements made during Senate appearances. A significant factor complicating transparency is the refusal by the contractor, Mary Tenimon's SPA, to disclose project timelines, citing its status as a private entity except from the Freedom of Information Act. This lack of public accountability exacerbates mistrust among Nigerians who are eager for a resolution to the nation's reliance on imported. The refinery's completion is vital to reducing fuel import dependency and stabilizing fuel prices, particularly as NNPC has stated it will continue importing petrol even after the anticipated operational commencement of the Dangote refinery. As of now, the NNPC refrains from giving new deadlines, with the latest assurances only stating that work is ongoing around the clock to ensure completion shortly. This says delays cast doubt on the government's broader strategy to revitalize the country's refining capacity, as similar challenges affect other refineries in Warri and Kaduna. The occurring postponement not only diminished confidence in state-owned projects, but also prolonged economic hardship tied to high fuel costs. Oil and Gas Free Zones Authority has issued a free zone enterprise license to Portland Gas Limited for the establishment of a compressed natural gas conversion and refueling center within the Onne Free Trade Zone in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. According to Fola Jimmy Mohammed, founder and CEO of Portland Gas Limited, the President Bola Tinubu's effort to promote CNG adoption across Nigeria. He emphasized the project's significance in reducing reliance on petrol and diesel while fostering a cleaner energy future. Mohammed highlighted the strategic location of the Onne Free Trade Zone as ideal for this development, which is expected to generate jobs, attract investment, and expand the company's existing infrastructure in Abuja and Lagos. Bamanga Jada, Managing Director of the Oil and Gas Free Trade Zone Authority, praised the initiative for aligning with global energy trends and advancing sustainability. He noted that the development supports Nigeria's transition to cleaner energy and enhances the economic prospects of the oil and gas sector. Dr. Justin Beshel, the Commissioner for Science, Technology and Innovation in Cross River State, has highlighted the significance of the National Digital Economy and E-Governance Bill in advancing Nigeria's digital economy and e-governance initiatives. Speaking at the Stakeholders Engagement Forum in Calabar, Beshel, represented by Mr. Andy Apotu Adechi, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, emphasized that the bill, once passed into law, would be a pivotal step toward improving public services, governmental efficiency, and citizen participation through technology. The bill is designed to regulate Nigeria's digital space, focusing on cybersecurity, data privacy, and e-governance. It aligns with the broader goals of the Nigeria E-Government Master Plan and the Digital Economy Policy and Strategy 2020 to 2030. Beshel explained that the bill would provide a legal framework for digital signatures, electronic transactions, and the security of digital records, contributing to the modernization of public administration. Christopher Warrior, who presented an overview of the bill, explained that these provisions will also facilitate the electronic accessibility of public information, the establishment of ICT units in public institutions, and the use of electronic documents in place of paper forms. Additionally, the bill will ensure that digital timestamps are legally admissible, supporting the integrity of electronic records and transactions. The forum in Calabar, part of a nationwide consultation process, attracted a broad spectrum of participants, including public sector officials, civil society groups, and private sector representatives, all of whom contributed to discussions on the bill's potential impact on Nigeria's digital future. Vice President Kashim Shettima and Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu will speak at the 4th edition of the Zenith Bank Tech Fair, scheduled to take place in Lagos this week. The event, themed Future Forward 4.0, embedded finance, cybersecurity, and growth initiatives, the impact of AI, will highlight cutting-edge innovations in areas such as artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, risk management, financial intelligence, and cloud computing. The event will include a startup pitch competition, Zekathon, to identify innovative startups, alongside panel discussions, masterclasses, and exhibitions. Opening remarks will be delivered by Zenith Bank founder and chairman Jim Ovia, while Group Managing Director Adora Emoji will give the welcome address. Vice President Shettima and Governor Sanwo-Olu are expected to deliver goodwill messages. The keynote speaker, Robin Speckland, a specialist in strategy and digital implementation, will address the topic banking transformation in the digital world. Other notable speakers include digital transformation expert Danilo Magari Dalotis, African AI and data partner Jania Okwechime, and Microsoft's Worldwide Financial Services Director Robert Nukeli. The panel discussions and masterclasses will feature contributions from prominent IT practitioners, including Microsoft Client Technology lead Wole Oyodele as moderator. Senators pledged to impose sanctions on heads of federal government agencies found culpable of financial misconduct as flagged in the Auditor General for the Federation's report. This commitment was made by Senator Garba Madoki, chairman of the Senate Committee on Legislative Compliance, during a workshop in Abuja. Madoki criticized the persistent disregard of Senate summons by some heads of ministries, departments and agencies, warning that such non-compliance with legislative resolutions would no longer be tolerated. He assured that actions would be taken against any official infringing on these resolutions. The AUG's latest report revealed financial irregularities totaling 105.66 billion naira across various MDAs, including 18.36 billion naira in contracts awarded without adherence to the Public Procurement Act. Despite prior recommendations to address systematic weaknesses, the report highlighted ongoing lapses in financial transparency and accountability. Senate President Godswill Akpabio, represented by Deputy Senate President Jibrin Barau, emphasized that enforcing legislative compliance is crucial for effective governance. He noted that the 10th National Assembly would not tolerate disregard for each resolution. Such as behavior undermines public trust and hinders national development. Acting clerk to the National Assembly, Kamoru Ogulana, added that legislative compliance is vital for good governance, ensuring that laws are effectively implemented and respected, thereby fostering public confidence and sustainable development. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, issue which stands at just 6% far below the global average and the World Bank's minimum benchmark of 15% for sustainable development. Speaking during an interactive session on tax reform bills at the National Assembly complex in Abuja, Abbas emphasized the pressing needs to address this issue to enhance economic productivity and reduce the country's dependence on debt financing. He described the proposed tax reforms as critical for diversifying revenue sources, promoting equity, and creating an environment conducive to investment and innovation. Abbas highlighted the importance of ensuring that taxes are fair, transparent, and balanced, acknowledging that burdening their place on individuals and businesses. He called for careful consideration to ensure the reforms reflect the best interests of Nigerians, stressing that the legislative process must be inclusive and thoughtful. Acknowledging the controversies surrounding the proposed bills, he welcomed robust debates in the media, civil society, and among stakeholders, describing these discussions as healthy for a democracy. He noted that the interactive session aimed to channel these debates into productive outcomes by addressing ambiguities and listening to diverse perspectives. The speaker clarified that the House had not taken a definitive position on the reforms, reiterating its commitment to thoroughly scrutinize the bills to ensure they align with the broader interests of the nation. He described the session as a pre-legislative review to allow lawmakers to engage with experts and stakeholders, deepening their understanding of the potential implications of the proposed reforms. The chairman of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms, Taiwo Oyedele, reassured lawmakers and stakeholders that the reforms were not designed to target or undermine any region. Instead, he explained the measures aim to ensure efficiency and increase revenue for states where goods and services are consumed. He noted that the current VAT revenue allocation, 15% to the federal government, 50% to states and the FCT, and 35% to local governments, changed under the reforms. Measures including tax exemptions from small businesses with annual turnovers 8 million naira or less, changes to income tax laws to promote opportunities in the digital economy, and steps to enhance exports of goods and services. Stability.